Skin prep.
Nothing like a clean, unused towel.
Hi everybody, Dr. Anjana Vana here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about skin prep. So, I've been doing this for years, so this year it'll be almost 15 years, and I think we take certain things for granted, and it brought it home when I was doing the AAAM last week. So that's the American Academy of Aesthetic Medicine. I had to go lecture about microneedling using radiofrequency, ablative tech with radiofrequency, and generally just different radiofrequency technology. And I mean, I got into it. It was actually a really nice interactive lecture, and where they could, it's just newbie doctors, very new, that could ask anything. And one of the things we were talking about was skin of color and prepping the skin correctly. And I was taken aback when someone was like, "What is the skin prep? What do you mean by skin prep?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, I've just been taking this granted for years," and like I said, we are in our own bubble, and the patients that we see every day are also in our bubble, and they are geared to prepare their skin. So and I was talking about the different kinds of practices. So some practices are like, wham bam, thank you ma'am, thank you for my toxin, that was it, goodbye, I won't see you unless maybe you have a ridiculous special. And then our practice is more like transformative. So we have patients for many years, and they're doing skincare, improving their skin quality, besides all the injectables and that sort of thing. And to have a successful and safe treatment, you have to be fully prepared. So skin prep could mean, to some people and some medical practitioners, preparing the skin as in disinfecting, chlorhexidine, alcohol. That's a way of skin prep. But what I mean is making your skin resilient enough to handle some of the treatments. And important, like we always mention skin of color, but every skin, any skin, actually all skins need to be fully prepared for these treatments. So in terms of skin of color, it's important, are more prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So good sunscreen use. So they have to be in the habit of already using sunscreen, moisturizing, using an antioxidant to prevent and to protect against hyperpigmentation, and like things with tyrosinase inhibitors and pigment blockers. So creams that will calm that melanocyte down, exfoliate the skin, and keeping it bright and clear. So when you do a peel or a needling or even an injectable, you don't get that post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And even with, even though the microneedling radiofrequency tech we use is safe, it still uses heat. And there could be that patients that is a bit sensitive, and if we use radiofrequency on them, they might tend to have some hyperpigmentation. So just to cover it, and also to think about things like the patient history. Do they love the sun? Do they go on hikes? Are they marathon runners? So planning and prepping the skin for that. So pre-care and post-care is really important when going into these treatments. So it's, guys, everyone thinks it's a beauty treatment, and sometimes going wherever to have these treatments. I often get so nervous when someone says, they went and they did a TCA just like that, with first appointment, without having any sort of post-care prep, and then you get the issues with it. Another thing is having an intact skin barrier, so not having sensitive or dry skin, issues of rosacea. So if your skin loses a lot of you've got transepidermal water loss, or you have dehydration, and sometimes that happens to me, if I've got a bit of dehydration here and I do even a superficial peel, it goes a lot deeper than it should penetrate. I mean, nothing serious, unless it's exceptionally dehydrated and it's not looked after, but you can get flaking that is not expected. So it's good to have your barrier intact, using sunscreen, using creams with ceramide and niacinamide that does repair of your skin barrier. So that is one aspect of it, is the barrier as well as the microbiome. So that is very important. People know now the importance of the microbiome, so keeping the microbiome healthy and intact in terms of what you're cleansing with, what you're applying on your skin, and also what you're eating. So high carb and high sugar meals, so that can lead to glycation. Are you doing all these fanciful treatments, and it's a big investment of your time and finances into these treatments. So it's important. It's not just the outside, it's the inside as well. Smoking, I know that's a very, very sensitive topic for some, but also smoking and high impact exercise, a lot of oxidative stress. So in terms of taking supplements, lots of antioxidants. So I'm going to show you a couple of things in terms of prepping for the skin. So skin prep before doing anything, say something like a Cosmelan or very invasive treatment, at least 2 to 4 weeks before. Some people even get a hydroquinone formulation for certain treatments, but a lot of the time you don't need to. That is what skin prep is. If you have any questions about skin prep, what you're using, I'd love to hear them. Drop them in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.